As the political crisis continues in Armenia, the 16 opposition parties calling for the Armenian PM's resignation have begun acts of civil disobedience. Protesters blocked major roads in the capital and also shut down the Yerevan metro for a few hours. The Catholicos of all Armenians, Karekin II, and the Catholicos of the Great House of Cilicia, Aram I, have both called on Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan to resign. Karekin II stated that Parliament should elect a new Prime Minister and allow the formation of a unity government. Meanwhile, Aram I called on the PM to resign to pave the way for the end of the crisis. He also called for snap parliamentary elections. Earlier, Armenia's president, Serzh Sargsyan, had called on Pashinyan to form a national unity government and prepare for early parliamentary elections. In other news, a leaked recorded conversation was also circulated yesterday between former President Serzh Sargsyan and Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko. The tape was published by the Telegram channel Bahramian 26. In the recording, Lukashenko states that Azerbaijan may have offered $5 billion to settle the Karabakh conflict. In exchange, Armenia would withdraw from 7 territories in Karabakh. Sargsyan refused the offer and stated that Armenia is prepared to give Azerbaijan $6 billion. The conversation took place at a meeting of the Collective Security Treaty Organization in Yerevan in 2016. Sargsyan and his office did not make further comment on the recording. Serzh Sargsyan has also held a meeting with current Armenian President Armen Sargsyan. They discussed the situation in the country, but no other details were announced. Newly appointed Armenian Foreign Minister Ara Ayvazyan has continued his meetings in Russia. He met with the Secretary General of the Collective Security Treaty Organization, Stanislav Zas. He will now travel to France for a working visit. And according to the Russian Defense Ministry, with the guidance of Russian peacekeepers, buses carrying 859 Karabakh residents arrived in Stepanakert on December 6th. Since November 14th, over 34,000 displaced residents have returned to Karabakh. In our studio, political consultant Eric Hakopian gave his take on the current anti-government movement in Armenia and its contingents. Eric also spoke on the nomination of Vazgen Manukyan, the feud between Pashinyan and Kocharyan, and his recommendations on solving the current impasse. And finally, the residents of Martuni's Taghavart village in Karabakh formed a detachment and began defending their homes during the war. After the fall of Hadrut, Azerbaijani forces moved towards Martuni's border villages. Today, a section of the village, called Kaler Taghavart, remains Armenian, while the other half is under Azerbaijani control. ＳiviLNet's team visited the residents to see how they perceive the situation and how they feel about having Azerbaijanis so close to their homes.